where we have news on politics, sports, entertainment, and so much more. Did you know that we also have feature stories where we talk about nothing but everything? It's the Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV.
Good morning, it is Friday. Welcome to Friday's edition of the Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV. My name is Joyce Jukes and I'm excited for the weekend. Good morning, baby girls.
Good morning.
I don't invite to get baby girls on set.
Alright, I feel like a baby right now.
How's your week been? It's a Friday. How are you feeling?
I missed you girls as usual, and the week has been stressful, but then work has to be done, you know.
The show must go on.
Right?
Alright, so let's just jump into the newspaper review real quick. I have with me the Vanguard for May 10th, 2019. Europa League. It's Arsenal versus Chelsea for Europa League final. I don't know if I should be happy or not. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I wanted Champions League. Moving on, Ohaneze washes hands of Okorocha certificate of return saga. Ohaneze washes hands of Okorocha certificate of return saga. And then finally, Nigeria changing the face of child adoption. For these and more stories, log on to www.vanguardngr.com. Nikki, what do you have for me?
Alright, I have the Guardian, alright, for Friday, May 10th. And on the top stories, Adeleke rejects Oshun Goba poll and heads to Supreme Court. Okay, and also police launches Operation Puff Adder in Anambra and commends Obaino for support. So go well. And now the last story for today, we have collapsed buildings, survivors still in agony, uncertain of the future. And for much more details, you could visit www.guardianng.com.
And you guys what do you have for me?
I have the punch today for Friday, May 10th, 2019. And our lead story here says, mixed reaction as Buhari nominates Emefiele as CBN governor. Mixed reaction as Buhari nominates Emefiele as CBN governor. That's quite strange. La Liga still better than EPL at Depujo. La Liga still better than EPL at Depujo. And our last story, police probe assault on residents who abused Wizkid. Police probe assault on residents who abused Wizkid. For more on other stories, kindly visit www.punchng.com. And that's it for Punch for Friday, May 10th, 2019.
I have my doubts on La Liga being the
Right?
best.
Someone say La Liga is better than... It's Champions League, man.
Like EPL is the Tottenham Hotspurs and Liverpool.
And Chelsea.
Are we sure it's La Liga? Come on. Alright, like I always do on the Breakfast Show, I'm bringing you Today in History. And today's story is actually really exciting for me. For a long time, South Africa suffered apartheid, and it was really crazy to leave South Africa, especially as a black person. Well, today, Friday 10th, in 1994, Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as the first black president of South Africa. It's a great thing for every black person around the world. It's amazing. Congratulations to South Africa. Rest in power to Nelson Mandela. Of course, it's Friday. You know that we always have healthy living, and this one is especially for the ladies.
Yes.
Or any other person with a vagina.
The ladies.
Today we're discussing the female reproductive health, and we have with us a health practitioner that will tell us everything we need to know about the female reproductive health care. Stick around, this is Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV. Good morning.
We're back. This is the breakfast show on TSL Nigerian TV. On Healthy Living today, different life stages are associated with specific women medical health issues like fertility, contraception, pregnancy, or maybe even, I don't know today. But basically, gynecological examination is way more intimate than just physical exam. This is why the science of women basically deal with specific issues that are related to the female reproductive health. Today on the show, we have obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Matthew Orahi. He is a graduate of the University of Benin and also a fellow of the International College of Surgeons and also a fellow of West African College of Surgeons. He's also the past medical director of Central Hospital Benin City. He's also the past president of the Rotary Club of New Benin and also the current president of Benin Club. That's so much. It's
So much achievement.
So I'm really humbled to have you.
I'm honored to be sitting next to you, actually.
Yeah.
Good morning and
Good
welcome.
Good
morning.
morning and welcome.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
And you look really good for a medical doctor to put on a blue color suit.
Did you see his tie?
It's
Fantastic.
it's fashionable.
Well, gynecologists, they dress fine.
He's not even lying. This is a real thing. This is a
Yeah.
real
That's
thing.
all right. Why do gynecologists dress fine?
You know, we deal with females. And you have to look
And females
gentle
love
and
fashion.
nice.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about you. Let's get to know you. How come you decided to go down this path of gynecology?
Okay, I know, after graduation from the medical school, you choose your area of specialty. And during my training, I have people I was looking up to from my teachers. You know, they dress fine, they drive nice cars, they speak, you know, so we admire them.
And that
So some
influenced
of
your
us,
fashion sense too.
yeah,
Great.
Okay,
yeah,
so how was it during your time when you were the MD of the Central Hospital? How was that for you?
no, it was great, nice experience.
Was there any particular thing you found troubling?
No.
Funding or infrastructure?
No, those things they are always there. No, but if you remove these our light issues, I think things will be much better.
So I guess we have to go into female reproductive health. I feel like this is not the first question I should start with, but it is something that draws so much attention. Vagina odors
Yeah,
and vagina self-cleaning.
yeah.
Does the vagina truly clean itself?
But before we start, we are going to talk broadly. We're talking about reproductive health.
Yes.
I can assure you that that Nigerian population is about 200 million now,
Yes.
and we know that about 96 million out of that are women.
Yes.
No, 1/3 of the problem that women have are actually related to sex and reproductive health issues, and this is a range of issues. Spanning from the very common one, like we have said, maybe vaginal discharge, to the very extreme, maybe malignant cancers. We have those things. So those are the major problem. So when you talk of reproductive health, as I said earlier, you start from the very simple one. So what are those common things a girl is growing up?
Yeah.
What are those common things? What are the challenges? First of all, maybe at the age of 15, 18, you are not yet menstruating. You are going to get worried. Is that not true?
That's true.
If you are not worried, your mom will be worried. Even when you start menstruating, maybe you are not seeing your menses every month.
If it's abnormal.
Which is what we call menstrual abnormalities. At times when you see it, it becomes very excessive. You are menstruating 1 week, it has not stopped.
That just really
No?
Wow.
You see what I mean? Yes. So these are different topical issues.
And we're digesting all of them this morning.
Yes. Then you now come to issue of, we are talking about vagina abnormal, No, the vagina is not dry,
Yes.
Yeah, the vagina is not dry. But when the discharge become abnormal, or you're having odor, that's when we say it's a problem, or it becomes excessive.
Well, so let's dive into the things that you said already. Let's go back to the very beginning, like you said.
Yeah.
Some children, okay, let me not say children, children,
Adolescents,
adolescents, that is already, they experience very early menstruation. I met someone that started menstruating at 9.
Yes.
Is that a medical problem? Is that irregular? Is that something that a parent should be worried about?
Yeah, for every country, the average age of what we call it menarche, that your first menses. The average age now is about 12. You go to some Western countries by 9. It's an average, depending on the society. You can see if you observe in the last 20, 30 years, at our living standard improves. You see, the age of menarche tends to come down.
Okay.
Yeah, it tends to come down. So now, averagely in Nigeria, about 11 to 12, girls will start menstruating.
Okay, so it depends on the living standards of
the society.
Yes, it's going to change as time.
Yeah. If you see maybe a 10-year-old girl in the US, you think she's 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. But before we continue the conversation, you could do well to drop in your comments and other questions, and Dr. Matthew is going to take all of them, and you could follow this conversation in TSL Nigeria TV Jobs.
Doctor, my question is based on infertility.
Yeah.
So what are the causes of infertility in consanguineous families, like descendants from the same ancestors? What really causes it? Is this a hereditary infertility issue?
Yeah. If you look, it depends on the society too. When you come to infertility clinic, broadly we look at it. It could be a male factor, it could be a female factor. Okay. It doesn't mean that a woman is not pregnant that it is the female that is at fault.
Okay.
No, it's almost 50-50. So a lot of young men nowadays take their semen and do the analysis. You see, a lot of them will have what we call low sperm count. The WHO criteria for analyzing sperm analysis. Then for female, in this part of the world, in the third world, the common causes are tuber factor, what I call infections.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the female genital tract, so that is when after history, when we examine, you look at the cervix. That's the entrance to the uterus. Okay. We look at the cervix. You look at the body of the womb. That's the uterus. You look at the tubes. You look at the ovaries. So each of these factor could be a problem, either the cervix, either the womb. When we say the womb now, you can have fibroids. You have multiple fibroids there. So there's no pregnancy can stay there. Maybe someone has committed, maybe an infection has ascended and damaged the tubes.
And since women are more prone to infections.
Yes, because of the physiological nature.
Speaking of infection, I think one of the more common ones
So these are all reproductive health issues.
One of the more common infections that we have in women is candidiasis. A lot of women at some point have gotten the yeast infections, and even 4, 5, 6, 7 times in their lives.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading something, and I saw a forum for women that have been suffering candidiasis for up to 5, 6, 7 years. And the general complaint is that the yeast has gotten resistant to all the drugs that they're using, and it just doesn't go away. Do they just live with it, or is this something that can actually be done? A lot of them said you could go for the herbal treatment. That is the only way at this time.
I will not subscribe to that.
Okay.
I will not subscribe to that. Yeah. No, when you have we call it recurrent candidiasis, candidiasis is not actually a sexually transmitted infection.
Yes.
Could be based on your hygiene. So if you have that, what we tell women is maybe you're on this, make sure you wash it regularly. And if they give you a drug, maybe you use this drug for 7 days or 10 days, use it. Because a lot of people, even when we have malaria, after the second day, when you are okay, you won't finish the dose. So try and finish the dose. If you come to the extreme, you can do a culture and see which of those antifungal agents will be sensitive to.
Okay, does this yeast infection, does it affect a male partner?
Yes, it equally affects.
How exactly?
Yeah, you look at the groin. There are different type of yeast. You look at the groin. Yeah. You see someone is always scratching. Maybe you have some skin excoriation, all those things. Even what we used to call those is what do they call it? Or do you see patches on the skin? So there are different kind of yeast infection.
Okay. So I want to ask you just about fibroid when you were describing the
uterine factor in
now,
infertility.
I know that as you begin to get older as a woman, there are times in your life, especially if you've not conceived, you've not given birth, and you're at that age, and you begin to experience fibroid. What really causes
Fibroid, yes.
in
Yeah.
women?
The cause of fibroid actually is genetic one. It's common in blacks.
Wow.
Yeah, the black race is more prone to having fibroid.
Okay.
Then secondly, you have genetic factor.
Okay.
If your mother or your sister have fibroid, you are also more likely to have fibroid.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
As a black person.
Right.
yeah, black
It's so
person.
scary.
And you know, like in those days, our mothers, by age of 15, 18, they are already married.
Yes.
And they start by age of 18, you start having children. So most of them will have children until maybe they are no longer ovulating. But these days, because of career, one thing or the other, you see ladies 40, 30 something.
Late birth.
Yes, they are not yet. So the womb, if you are, a womb that refuses to carry a baby, must carry something.
Wow.
Oh.
So it by himself starts growing.
Yes.
It's the fibroid starts growing.
yeah.
Okay.
But if you start having children early, it's unlikely. So even when you have it late, by the time you have 4 or 5 children and you have fibroid, it's not a problem. You just remove. You have used it has its function. You can remove the womb.
So it's not a crime
Juliet
to...
is scarred.
Don't really.
I can see from her face that
I am scared.
Also, something that's troubled me for a while now. There are conversations both online and offline when some ladies say that, I'm so tired of seeing my period. I don't want to see my period this month. And they take a vitamin K or something like that. And then it pushes it for a while. And then they
Is that even safe?
That's what I was to
That's
ask.
what we're
Is that safe?
No, vitamin K will not do that. But for athletes, there are drugs you can use. Vitamin K will not do that.
Okay.
Maybe you are an athlete. Maybe you have a competition.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow or next week, and your competition starts that day, and you don't want to see it.
Okay.
There are drugs you can actually take to move it, to move it forward.
Does it not affect the system, the cycle, the ovulation period of the
Yeah,
woman?
It's your career, and you want to pursue your career, but not just for social,
You
not
need
just,
to absolutely go to for 3 months.
yeah, you can do it.
Okay, sir. Going to the vagina again.
Yeah.
I know that these days we have products that are being sold, and people use them to wash, vaginal wash.
We call it douching.
It's really advisable.
No. You see, the vagina itself, naturally, there are healthy bacteria that are there. The vagina is not. Anytime you culture, it's like our mouth, our nursery. If you take something from your mouth, from nursery, you will culture something, even from your skin. Okay. So it is not advisable at all to douche. So when you douche, the healthy bacteria that are there that are helping you to fight the other infection like yeast, or when you take excess antibiotics, you start having all this vaginal discharge and all those things. The vaginal cleanses itself naturally. You don't need to go and put something inside and start washing.
So it does
you change the ecosystem
of the vagina.
of the vagina totally.
Wow.
Joy, the question has been answered.
I think we're going to circle back around and come down to contraceptives.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of women, especially career women, or even just family planning, use contraceptives. But for some reason, even younger adults are taking emergency contraceptives. We have one of them that's very, very popular. And there's been stories of it affecting your menstrual cycle. So can contraceptives be unhealthy, especially the emergency contraceptive?
No, the contraceptive prevalence in our society is still very low. Okay. No, we preach contraception, especially when you are having unsafe sex, and there are different methods of contraception that you can actually use. But for young ladies who are not married, I will tell them, if you cannot abstain, the first thing we preach is abstinence. If you cannot abstain, make sure you use condom. When you use condom, apart from protecting you against unwanted pregnancy, because when you have a wanted pregnancy, what is the next thing you want to do? Either you want to have unsafe abortion, and with a lot of complications that goes with it. You understand me? Apart from unwanted pregnancy, it's going to also save you from infection. infections, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, HIV. Goes on and on.
I'm being very specific about the emergency contraceptive.
Yeah.
I think I should call the name of the drug.
No, I know what you mean. I know what.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
some people take like Panadol.
Yes.
Okay.
What are the
But
adverse effects?
yes, what we are saying that when we even preach, it's not a thing you take every month. Occasionally, maybe you are having a protective sex. Maybe you are having a condom, and it get burst. You can use it. Maybe someone is having sexually assaulted, and you know that your period of you take it. It's not a thing you just take every month.
Because you feel like.
Yeah, there are criteria for all these things, but you know, Nigeria, you can go to anywhere and buy anything. So no doctor would recommend for you that every month take this emergency. No, there are different methods of doing it. So that is it. So when you take it like that, definitely it's going to alter your cycle. It doesn't really have any other adverse effect.
Just to alter.
Yeah, but I would still say it is still better than unwanted pregnancy.
Okay, so talking about contraceptive, I had a relation then that went to visit a doctor, and she wasn't seeing her period like frequently the way she was seeing, and she was advised to take contraceptive to reverse the cycle. Does it do that job too as well? Yes,
you know the combined pills. The combined pills, those many pills you take, the combined pills you take daily, contain estrogen and progesterone.
Yes.
Maybe you are a young girl. Maybe you are having excessive menstrual bleeding. You know the normal menstrual cycle, whether you're seeing is between 21 days to 35 days. That's the normal one.
Yes.
So maybe now you are seeing it less than that, you know, becoming excessive. And you examine, you have done everything, there's no pathology. So we recommend it so that it will correct
The cycle.
and becomes normal.
All right, so I think we should probably move into the big boy question. One of the biggest questions when it comes to female reproductive health, ovarian cancer.
Yeah.
What is the cause of ovarian cancer?
Yeah, as I said earlier, when we started from the simple one in reproductive health, I said the extreme.
Yeah.
So the female are also prone to, we call it one of the genital cancers. The cancer can arise from the vulva, from the entry into the vagina. You can have vaginal cancer, you can have cervical cancer, which is very common.
Common, yes, cervical cancer.
Cervical cancer. You can even have cancer developing from the body of the uterus. Then what you said, ovarian cancer. Ovarian cancer, as I said, most of these things are genetic and racial factor. You see that, like ovarian cancer, there's also a genetic factor. If it's your family, you are likely to have it. So if you are from the Western world, they are more prone, like in North America.
Juliet, why did you bring it down?
I'm sorry. I can't take any more black. You're affecting us now. It's not fair.
Yeah. So they are more in North American. They are also more prone. Even people like Japanese who migrated to North America, they became more prone to having ovarian cancer.
Is it the environment?
Yeah, the food. I think the food. Okay. It's also there. People are a lot of things have been implicated, but like all these animal fats, all the kind of So but the main thing is genetic.
So if you find yourself in a position where it's actually in your genes, are there certain lifestyle choices that you can make to prevent?
Yeah, people are advocated. Okay, maybe when you complete your family, you just remove the ovary, but it doesn't totally eliminate it. You could see, it's still good. So when you complete once you complete your cycle, you remove the ovary, then you just go on a hormone replacement therapy. Because what does the ovary do? Ovary secretes hormone, estrogen and progesterone. You see your body looking succulent, fresh. It's because you have estrogen. So we males, we don't really have much of estrogen. So
do you miss?
That's why we're so fresh.
Like how I wish it would like we have.
No. Yeah, we are now females, so.
Okay, well, are there any infections that could grow and lead up to a cancer?
Yeah, that is, if you look at cervical cancer,
Yeah.
Cervical cancer, it has been implicated in human papilloma virus, HPV. In 99% of cases, HPV has been implicated in cervical cancer. So that is why you see nowadays, young girls, when you are coming, so there is already this thing they are giving now to prevent HPV infection. So once we are able to prevent HPV infection, the person is unlikely to have cervical cancer later in life.
All right, so I want to move to the upper part of the woman's body. That's the mammary glands.
The breast.
The breast. So what are the daily things that women can do, to avoid breast cancer or things that could affect the mammary glands later on in their lives?
Yeah. You see that nowadays a lot of women forum they teach breast examination. Even in your bedroom, even though it's once a week, it doesn't have to be daily. Even though it's once or twice a week, when you are taking a bath, you just palpate it around. You can feel anything or any hardness. Yes. Or any hardness in any part. So if you want to feel it, you see a doctor. And there are basic tests you can do initially, because even the breast cancer we are seeing now, if you discover it early, it's not actually a problem. I know some women 15, 20 years ago that had early breast cancer, but they are still alive and they are still alive. But by the time they are coming at stage 4, stage 3, when the thing has spread, even when you go to India and go to America, there's nothing they can actually do. So the first thing in any type of cancer, whether it's ovarian cancer, whether it's cervical cancer, whether it's breast cancer, is early detection. Early detection and screening. So when you examine yourself, it's part of screening. When you go and see your GP, he will examine you, it's part of screening. When it's in doubt, can even send you for what we call X-ray mammography. Mammography, you do it.
Okay. Doctor, we have some comments. Makinde Ayomi Christina, she said, "Good morning, ladies. Where's my age group?" Yeah, she also says the doctor speaks professionally. Thank you so much, Makinde. Juliet.
I wanted to add, let's just go back to the down part of the women reproductive system. I wanted to ask about this concept of endometriosis, which affects the uterus. Like, what are the causes and the symptoms and then treatments too? Okay.
As I said earlier, most of these things, when you say endometriosis, what does it mean? When you now have
That is the abnormal growth of cells similar to the ones in the uterus.
Yeah.
It is growing outside the uterus.
Good. That is it.
So what causes it exactly?
Yeah. Most of there are a lot of factors that has also been implicated. But as I said, in most of these things you are saying, there's also a genetic factor.
Okay.
That's the first thing. So there are a lot of theories about endometriosis. People are talking about retrograde menstruation, metaplasias, but the underlying thing in anything you see is a genetic predisposition.
Okay, mostly genetic factor that causes it.
Yes.
Okay.
So
are really fighting against us. Right?
I could never know.
So when you have it, and it contributes significantly to infertility in women. When you see, and when you see them when they are during their menstruation, it's like, in short, you think they are dying the next moment. It could be very painful. But there are drugs. There are drugs for it. Like in those days, nowadays, people are not diagnosing it. But nowadays that you can do a laparoscopy, do a lot of things. There are drugs to suppress a lot of these things.
So what are the symptoms now? How can you know that you have this? How can you know?
Yeah, by the time the first thing you will see, by the time you are having very painful menses, you must see a doctor.
Very painful.
Yeah, very painful, very painful. But you see, when you are menstruating, then you have some kind of discomfort. That is normal. That is normal. Yeah, that is normal. Yeah, you have that we call that primary, which is normal. But by the time you are having all those really intense pain, you have to start taking injections. Maybe you have to be admitted. You have to see a doctor to see what is it.
Our time is actually fast spent right now, so we're going to wrap it up with, I think, the basic question that I think every woman should get acquainted with the answer. What is the basic daily care for the vagina?
There's no specific care for the vagina, but what I would say, first of all, avoid. How will I put it? Don't put anything there. Any foreign body. Don't put any foreign body there. You don't need to put any foreign body into your vagina. Okay. No, like douching, even put your finger there to wash it. You don't need it.
I have a question about this. This particular one that you just brought up, I'm just going to round up on this one. So there's a time that I went for an examination at the hospital to see a gyno, and I felt like there was something growing in my vagina. And then I went in, and when he was done with the examination, he was like, "Where is the thing?" And I'm like, "It's there." And it's like, there's nothing there. You just don't know what the inside of your vagina feels like. So are we supposed to get acquainted with what the inside feels like? Is this something that we should know?
No. You don't need to know. But you don't know if you carry a basic biology book. Okay. Just look at, if you say maybe female reproductive organ, they will draw it there. You will see the vagina, how it leads into to the cervix to the womb. From the womb, you go into the tubes, then to the ovary. Those are the basic things. You don't need to put your finger there, and start searching. What are you searching for? Even when you feel something there, you don't know the anatomy. So you don't know the. So if you,
professional.
Yeah, you don't know the anatomy. You don't know the anatomy. So.
When it comes to sticking things, what about tampons and pads? A lot of women feel a lot more comfortable in tampons.
Yeah.
Are they harmful anyway?
Yeah, you can introduce bacteria into your vagina.
Okay, good.
I said, no foreign body. You don't need to put any foreign body there. No, even when you are having a.
Last question. Is it? Nobody needs to know. Is it healthy to use soap to wash your vagina? Because some persons they don't.
I've said it. I said don't do anything.
Some persons just need to know.
No,
Thank you so
change the ecosystem.
Alright, so moving from vaginal care to irregular menstruation all the way down to cervical and ovarian cancers, it's been a very educational conversation with our doctor. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You're brilliant and your style is out of this world. And of course, thank you to Juliet Onobai. We missed you the entire week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting with your team.
Thank you so much.
And later on today, we have amazing things coming up. We are kicking off our first ever inter-school debate on governance and politics today by 1:30 p.m. West African time. It promises to be exciting. And our beautiful angel, Juliet Onobai, will be hosting it. We have a couple of schools, 5 schools, yes?
Yes, it's supposed to be 6, but...
We have 5 schools coming up. We have amazing judges. It promises to be a blast. My name is Joyce Jukes.
And my name is Becky Moya.
And I'm Juliet Onobai.
Have yourself a lovely Friday. Good morning.
Good morning.